The language student will be able to integrate rules of grammar. Speaking begin with the systematic attention. Pronunciation noun word could be used to teach new vocabulary using mind demonstration and pictures. So the direct method. This method was proposed by Charles Brillouin in the last 2 decades of the 19th century. According to this method, second language learning is similar to first language learning. In this slide, there should be lot of oral interaction, spontaneous use of the target language. No translation is allowed and little if any analysis of grammatical rules and syntactic rules. The direct method is not new. Most recently, it was reviewed as the method that has the most important goal: how to use a foreign languages to communicate. This method name comes from the fact that meaning is conveyed directly in the target language through the use of a student native language. It means teachers are the only the use of a target language is allowed in the class. The learner should be actually involved in using the language in a realistic everyday situation. Students are encouraged to think in the target language. First speaking is taught and then reading and writing. The teacher should demonstrate, not explain or translate. This method uses some techniques like reading aloud, question and answer exercise, getting students to self-correct, conversation, practice, reduction, map, drawing and paragraph writing. So the Kloman Report 1929 recommended a reading-based approach to foreign language teaching for use in American schools and colleges. This emphasizes teaching the comprehensions of a task. Teachers taught from books containing short reading passage in the foreign languages, preceded by list of vocabularies. Repeat silent reading was the goal, but in a practice, teacher often restored to describing the content of the passage in English. Thus involved in the teaching of English as a second language in the United States between the two worlds was used either as a modified method approach, a reading-based approach, a reading or approach. Unlike the approach that was began developed by the British applied linguistics during the same period, there was a little attempt to treat language content thematically. Sentence, parents and grammar were introduced. There was no standardization introduced. There was vocabulary or a grammar that was included. So reading method was implemented in USA following the Communicate of 12 in 1900 and following the modern foreign languages study in 1928. The earlier method was similar to the traditional grammar translation method and emphasizes the translation of the linguistics understanding to English. Presently, the reading method focuses more on silent reading for comprehensive purposes. Basically, English is an auxiliary international language of 850 words comprehending a system covering everything necessary for everyday purposes. The language is based on a simplified version of English, in essence a subset of it. Ogden did not put any word into basic English that could be perhaps prefaced with other words, and he strove to make the word work for a speaker.